Hello and welcome to the Animators Shake-Up, a webcast where animators talk about animation.
On this episode, I chat with Eilidh Nicoll, an animator who works with different mediums to tell powerful stories about the human condition.
Why not listen along while you work on your own animations and have us for company? So sit back, relax, as we shake it up with some fellow animators on the Animators Shake-Up.
Hello and welcome to the Animators Shake-Up. Today I'm joined by Eilidh Nicoll. How are you?
Hello, I'm well, thanks. Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Excellent. I'm good, thank you. I'm good. I'm sort of getting back into these because it's been a while since I've had someone in the parlour, but it's great to have you here.
I love the front of the place.
Oh, thank you. It's very pink,
Nice.
very blue, quite spacious. It's nice. It's always no one else here. It's always nice that. It's always peaceful. But we met in probably a slightly less. It's still peaceful environment, but less, more crowded environment.
Yeah.
We met at the London International Animation Festival.
We did at the British Showcase.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, and you screened a film called Steeping.
Steeping, yes, that's correct.
Yeah. It's so beautiful. We'll get into all that in a bit. I think it's awesome.
Well, likewise, I love your film. It's really
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll discuss them all. I'm sure it's so much to talk about while we're there. But I do notice you've got a drink in front of you there. What have you got?
See, I'm not a huge milkshake drinker. I don't. This is the first in a long time. But God, I'm really torn between having something kind of nice and fruity, strawberry-ish maybe, or something with just a ton of, I don't know, caramel and nuts.
Oh,
and stuff.
why not just have that perfect blend between the two? Strawberry, caramel, nut milkshake.
Oh, that could either be really good or actually quite disgusting and sickly. But let's do that. That sounds great.
Let's do it, and then you can do a taste test.
Yeah, perfect.
Let us know how it is by the end. Oh, amazing. Yeah, I always kind of lean towards either side. I'll be honest, I can't do really sticky sweet stuff like that. To me, I just can't. So caramel, toffee, I just can't do it. I don't know how people do it. So respect.
It'd be great in the moment, and then you just end up feeling really ill and sad about your life afterwards.
Oh, hopefully the strawberries lighten this one up.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, caramel, the gateway to misery.
Always. So, yeah. What's your go-to? What's your?
Oh well, I've gone with something very, very seasonal in a sense, because I mean, I'm not sure if you've ever had the Terry's chocolate oranges before.
Of course.
Well, I'm not sure if you've tried these, but they brought out the mint ones recently.
I am yet to try those, but I've spotted them in the supermarket, and I'm tempted. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is a normal thing because I'm a big mint chocolate fan. And I don't know, when I when I was in York recently for another film festival, okay, this is a weird interaction. We're going way off topic immediately. I just had a craving for mint chocolate, and the best value. Okay, again, another off track. My mum has very much brought into me this sort of hunt for good value whenever you go food shopping. You got to look at those grams. You've got to look at how much it is per 100 grams. And I was going around the shop, and I was like, okay, for there's some weird reason. Have you seen the Aero mint bubbles?
Yeah.
So the actual spherical ones, not the bars, right?
Oh, sure. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Whenever you think of mint chocolate, for some reason they're always at the bottom of your list to think about. But for some reason at that time they were the cheapest one in there, and so I occasionally went to this tiny Tesco near the hotel and would pick these up. And I went back another day to go pick them up again, and the shelf was empty, and there was a guy stacking the shelves right next to it. And I said, I don't suppose you've seen any of these. And he looked me up and down, and then he turned to his he turned to his little trolley of all the things he was putting out, and he was like, "How many would you like?" And then I was like, "Oh, 2." And he gave me 2, and he was like, "I didn't think people like these anymore. It's kind of weird."
God, that's read on you. I don't like that. Yeah.
I was like, that was so. I was like, is this like a southern thing? Is this something in like the south that we like eat mint chocolate, but in the north, it's just like forbidden?
It's only for Romans. It's like, oh, it really says something about you. Maybe no. I think they're great. I wouldn't tend to reach for a mint chocolate, but I think it just does feel quite seasonally appropriate as well.
Kind of. Maybe it's after 8s that made it seasonal. Maybe this milkshake I've got here is just a blend of every mint chocolate you could imagine. We've got some Aero, we got some after 8s, we've got this mint Terry's chocolate, orange, not orange, mint. That's what I've got. It's a very strong. And I'm feeling
a sickly green color as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like a dark green because the chocolate's in there, so it does look like swamp water.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling absolutely peppered. I've got my eyes like fixed open.
Wow.
With the intensity of the mint. Oh
I can smell it. It's a bit off-putting actually.
Well, yeah, it's not great with anything else, to be honest. It's the problem with mint. It's like, have you ever had like the mint as the leaf on top of or in any food before?
Yeah, I love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, I can't stand it. I'm like, it ruins everything. It like overpowers it to me anyway.
I just love the smell of like fresh mint. And like basil's another one. Like, oh my God. Just like, I can inhale that for days.
Maybe you should have gone next time. Get just a blended basil mint leaf.
Ooh. Just a pesto milkshake. Has anyone ever done that? That would be nice.
Oh, yeah. No, they haven't done that yet. But now you've given the idea, I'm sure someone will. Oh, gosh. But yeah, so that was a weird interaction. And it did make me think, like, is people that have mint chocolate, are they like weird in some way? Are they like psychopaths? And I started questioning,
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what is wrong with me? Oh man, there's got to be something now. Maybe that guy knew something.
Maybe you should make a film about it to really unpack it.
I think I need to. Yeah. I think I need to identify what this is. This sick, twisted idea of mint chocolate cravings.
Wow.
Oh gosh. Anyway, tell us a bit about you and what you do. You're an animator, but tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, I'm an animator. I think I probably used to describe myself as like a 2D animator, and I do a lot of kind of like hand-drawn digital stuff. But I think I really just love like mixed media, so that's kind of something I'm trying to do more of and be a little bit more hands-on. And I just love like tangible, materials and like the kind of quality that brings to work. So just kind of whatever I can get my hands on. Or it's the kind of the curse of being an animator, or like me and like a lot of my friends experience this thing of like you discover a new kind of medium or technique and instantly I'm like, oh, I need to make this into an animation. Like nothing can ever just be simple. I've always got to be like, oh, let's make a film or a loop or something out of this, because I think it's just magical, kind of just watching things come to life, isn't it? I think I'm lucky not to have lost that spark. It can be really difficult, feeling motivated and stuff, but I think just that trying out different materials is always exciting to me. Yeah.
It's like it's like whenever you find a different way of doing something, it does spark like a curiosity to be like, but where could I push this?
Completely, yeah. Just to kind of see it to its like conclusion. Really push.
Or just push its limits. That's how I do thinking about it. Just like, or my limits, or both.
Totally, yeah.
But no, it's definitely there's something addictive about sort of finding motion within a medium. At least this is again, maybe I'm projecting here, but this is something I sort of found in my stuff. But the way that you described that, finding a medium and then being like, oh, I need to do something with this.
And like what you said there about kind of finding emotion in something, I think that's really like I don't know, it's not something I think about necessarily because it just seems to kind of come not naturally to me, but it just happens. But I think there's something really nice about taking a usually very like static, inert object or something and then breathing life into it, like just to kind of do something unexpected. Like still images aren't boring to me. Like I love looking at art and things, but there's something about like it's almost not satisfying when I make something that's just or maybe it's because you can interrogate that still image more, and I want to scratch from that, and I want to be like, oh, but look at this. I'm like, oh, it's moving, and then you can dissect all the flaws in one thing. I don't know.
That is fascinating. I have never properly spent time to think about that.
I don't think I have either. It just kind of
that makes a lot of sense.
Psychotherapy session.
I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like because I totally get that. Like whenever I've done like a single drawing, I look at it and I'm just go, okay,
yeah.
But now I have to just look at that.
Totally. Yeah.
But when there is motion to something, like I feel like how you've done each one, almost like in terms of like how much it matters. I say reduces from 100% to almost 10%, but it's how the sequence plays out becomes that 90%.
Totally, yeah.
But again, I haven't thought about this before, but now you've said it, I'm just like,
no, I know.
Oh.
I can't remember who said it. Maybe you'll remember, but someone was like, it's the kind of bits, the space in between the frames that's more important than the drawings themselves in animation. Which is it's kind of what you don't see in a way. That's the most important thing, which is maybe a bit wanky. I don't know, but
I love it.
Yeah, I just I love over intellectualizing those things and being like, I don't know. It's just
no, it's great. It gives you a point to explore stuff as well. Like explore how you do things. Like trying to understand why and how certain things work. Again, allows you to play with those boundaries and go, yeah, but what if we reduce that frame rate or we don't show that? Like, can our brains interpret the motion, the emotion, the movement, the interaction?
Yeah.
Anyway, but there's, I totally get that, especially that still drawing versus bringing emotion.
I know, I don't, I think, well, there's also just, I guess like in the animation community or illustration, people are always talking about like finding their style, and I think I'm never kind of satisfied with the way things I make look, or not satisfied, but it's harder to recognize your own style as opposed to someone else's, isn't it? So I just feel like, I suppose it's about comparing your work to other people's as well. So yeah, by making it move, it becomes more like
more defined as its own thing, exactly. Or more like different, or like there's more variables to make it more distinguishably yours.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, I mean, it's like when when we were at this film festival. So we watched 12 films. Best of British Showcase at the London International Animation Festival. I've actually got a video about it on my Instagram. If you're watching this way into the future, you can go back and watch it through. We go through everything. But the range of styles at any film festival screening where you've got like a series of animations, and especially if you've got like your own ones screening alongside them, it is like, I don't know, it's a lot of things because you can see all these different styles and you can clearly like define them, but it's also quite like, I mean, I find it really, really overwhelming.
Totally, yeah, because you're right, everything is so different, and then you kind of come out at the end having seen some brilliant films, but then you can kind of almost hardly remember anything because it's just a whirlwind of like information, and which is kind of great, but then you need to like kind of go back and watch the movie,
unpack it.
Well,
Yeah, because I find like there's so much to be inspired by, that I feel like I need like a cap on what I'm finding to inspire me. And when you've got 12 films, short sequence, incredible random styles, you're just like, afterwards you're just completely beaten up and winded.
Exactly. And if you're at a festival, if you're going to multiple screenings like that in a day or a weekend or whatever, it's a lot. And it can be quite paralyzing. Yeah, like, because you're right. It's so kind of motivating and inspiring, but that can also like stop me in my tracks and be like, oh my God, I'll never make anything that good, or just so much stuff. So you're like, oh, there's no point contributing to the noise. But obviously, conversely, it's really exciting to meet people and see films and stuff. So it's really cool coming out of that and being like, oh man, I want to make something,
Yeah. No, that's definitely a really common one. That feeling of like, oh, there's so much noise, I want to add to it. But I think it's important that we are, for anyone listening, it's important that we are the noise. You gotta be the noise.
That's true. Or no, actually, if no one else makes anything, that would be great, because then I'll be the best. So it's fine.
Okay, everyone, stop animating. Eilidh wants to be the animator of the world.
That'd be no, I don't want that at all, just to clarify.
Do not want that quoted. But talking about your animations, because again, I love the concepts behind steeping. This is the one that we watched at the film festival. As you can tell, we've probably got similar themes in how we like to explore with our stories. At least with that one with you. What was it that brought you to that particular idea? I mean, tell us about the idea, then tell us what brought you to it.
Steeping is a short film about death cafes, which wasn't actually something I knew about until I kind of embarked on the project, really. But so it kind of is basically just a kind of selection of people's voices that either attended death cafes or have run them, just talking about their experiences of kind of death and dying and grief, and then how they have chosen to interrogate those feelings and talk about it. And then, with the kind of concept of the cafe, I've decided to animate it using tea and coffee. And so, I guess it is a documentary, but not like a kind of straightforward educational one. But it's just kind of exploring the idea of talking about death, really. So I came to it because, I responded to a call out for animators by Animate Projects, and they were commissioning 3 short films on the subject of Mortal is the name of the project. So I applied to it. I had to kind of write a sort of pitch, and one of the themes or ideas that they kind of suggested was about looking into death cafes. So I started researching it a bit then, because the whole project really is just about reframing death and kind of in response to the death positive movement.
All right.
And death positivity doesn't mean like, we love death, it's brilliant. It's just about kind of reframing the way we, our relationship to death, and like kind of allowing more space to, think about it. So it was a really lovely thing to be a part of, actually. Got like a small budget to do that. And like the first few months I spent kind of doing some research, and then went to a couple of death cafes, which is really interesting. And off the back of that, I asked some of the participants of those if they'd like to have a chat with me, and I recorded a few interviews, which I kind of chopped up and assembled into what became the film. And then I kind of just took that and more or less kind of without much of a plan, just kind of started assembling imagery. I had storyboarded like some bits, but a lot of it just kind of went into or started making, little bits of animation, which turned into bigger things. Or, so yeah, it was quite like, God, what's the word?
Like fluid.
Yeah, exactly. It was a fluid process. It was quite like, I didn't have a real goal in mind of what I wanted it to look or feel like. But it just kind of came together as I went along, which was quite a nice way of working, actually.
That is lovely. That, yeah, I think that's definitely like the kind of approach and sort of format that documentaries can have, is that nice sort of fluidity of it kind of swirling together into a final piece rather than it being this pre-planned structure.
Yeah.
And I think, go on.
Yeah, just like a documentary kind of genre. Like I wouldn't ever want to make something knowing what I wanted it to say, because that feels disingenuous and it's not doing the subject. I don't know.
Like justice or
yes, exactly.
Or respect or
yeah, totally. So it kind of needs to shape itself as opposed to going in with an agenda. Yeah,
that's really interesting. That I think the approach as well to play with the mediums in that way. I think it's really lovely. It's got such a softness about all of it that all feels so cohesive throughout all of it. It's really, really nice. Would you say that your viewpoint on death has changed as a result of this project, or did it just kind of like reaffirm your own feelings about it?
No, my viewpoint definitely did change. I think, well, when I wrote that like initial treatment kind of pitch, I was approaching it from like my point of view as someone who thinks about death a lot and is very anxious about death and dying and health and things. So I kind of went in feeling quite negative really about the topic, but kind of thinking, oh, this is probably something actually I need to do for myself as well. But obviously I didn't want to make it about me or anything. It felt like I had to go out and kind of learn and listen to other people's experiences, because it was quite interesting. I think maybe I assumed that everyone has or is just like afraid of death. And I was like, it'd be mad not to. But kind of chatting to people at these death cafes, obviously it's so complex and there's so many kind of things that people talk about and things that people feel. But a lot of the older people were quite positive and were like, yeah, I'll probably die soon and that's okay. And that was really interesting to me and quite like aspirational in a way, because I'm like, oh, well, I'd quite like to feel like that one day where I'm not running scared from something. And it's but yeah, so I think kind of entering into that conversation was really helpful for me, just to even recognize that there are other ways of thinking and dealing with like anxiety, and yeah, so in a way I get the film is about talking about death, and it was made by doing exactly that, and it's kind of it was really interesting to be part of that conversation, and I think quite useful really. I'm still scared but it's there's a bit more like space to think about it and chat about the topic, so it's been eye-opening.
It's definitely like it's kind of like a reciprocal film in that it came from the position of discussing death. The film recorded the discussion of death, and it then gets people to discuss death.
No, exactly, and I love that kind of the kind of cyclical nature of it, which is also a lot of like the visuals are also kind of playing into that the kind of circular motif. And that was kind of maybe my only like goal going in, because again that was kind of in response to how I feel like my brain works. It's like a kind of like, you know, that anxiety OCD thing of like thought patterns cycling and your response to them and all of that. So it was kind of like discussing that on the one hand, but then trying to figure out how you might disrupt it as well. Yeah, and then obviously life, the circle of life, and all that kind of ties in quite nicely. So
no, that is lovely. I think there's so much in that. I love it. I just absolutely love all of that. I think definitely there's so much more to unpack in that. But the other thing I was going to sort of comment on as well was I was curious about your approach to the sort of character designs in there, because I felt like that, you know, there wasn't like an obvious motif in my mind when I saw them, because like obviously like all the sort of reciprocal circular motion, the use of like tea and coffee, it all kind of like felt very you know, like it fell into that solution. But the design of the character, like where did you come from with that, and the kind of blueness of them as well? Where did that come from?
I think I wanted it to feel like quite like amorphous and like I just love things that feel a little bit I don't know, like unsettling. To get, obviously, given the subject is quite like appropriate as well, but so I don't think that the characters like look, you know, there's nothing like scary or anything about it, but I think the fact that they don't have faces and they're just kind of like a little bit blobby, I think it was important, and it just came quite naturally. I didn't really play around much with character design. It just kind of happened, because I think especially with like documentaries, I love animation's potential for documentary making, because it's really easy to like suspend your disbelief and kind of project yourself onto this kind of blob of a character. It's not like a fully formed creature as such, or it's not a specific person. It could kind of be anyone. So I like that idea really, and then I think when I started kind of doing some early like tests and things, and I was painting in coffee, it's just kind of like the shapes that emerged when I put the brush to the paper, and I think then I was just playing about with like, you know, scanning them in and kind of layering things up, and then I just really liked how it looked when I just like inverted the colors. And it became this, like kind of watery blue kind of color, and with the texture it was quite nice. I think I enjoyed that it wasn't like obviously made in coffee, because a lot of the film is like we're looking at coffee grounds or whatever, but it felt right to like have everything made in like tea or coffee, but they didn't necessarily have to like be really obviously that. And I think just like brown and blue are really nice colors together. So I just enjoyed that, and it felt right to have like a kind of pop of color as well.
It worked really well, and that's interesting as well. Just like starting from that position of not having it so it's clearly associated with any individual, but then just letting almost the medium decide as you just kind of lay things down and try things out. I think that's wonderful. The was that because I saw that you did some tests with like a curtain before. Was that for the same thing, or was that a different project?
It wasn't actually. That was, well, actually, it's been ongoing for quite a long time. Me and a friend were kind of going to trying to make this little film, which she's written. It's really beautiful, but it's kind of about grief as well. And that was like the first image that came to mind. Like reading her words, it just felt like this kind of slow undulating thing. So I ended up drawing this curtain. And that was just in like watercolors, I think. But yeah, actually, I hadn't even like really made that connection, because there is something quite similar in the imagery. But maybe that's just kind of what I'm drawn to. Like quite like slow, repetitive movement is really fun to kind of make in an animation. Yeah.
Yeah, curious. But again, we're unpacking and learning loads about our approaches. I love it.
Yeah.
No, it's so fascinating. I love trying to like understand where we come from with our ideas, because I'm a big believer in almost like creating messages that I feel like I need. And then if anyone else happens to find them useful as well, it's like that's a great bonus.
That's the thing. I think if you're not making it for yourself, then again, it feels a bit disingenuous, because which is something that I'm kind of wary of as well, because unlike a lot of people, I think I do like seek validation when it comes to my work. I want people to like it, but it's really important to kind of take stock of that and not make something because you think someone else will like it, which can be really easy to fall into that trap, I think.
Always start with the what is your connection with it beyond what it could do, I suppose. Because I mean, you've done a lot of work with music videos.
A wee bit, yeah. No, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, so much fun to do music videos, but I do find that they are, especially with animation, they're a lot of work. Like they are not.
That's true.
Have you done? I didn't quite see if they were full songs or parts of songs. Like how many have you made? And
I don't think I have done that many, to be fair. My first commission, like ever, when I was at uni, was a music video. Tiny budget. I got like 250 quid for the whole song in like the summer, between like my first and second year of uni, I think. So that was the first one. And then, oh God, what have I done since then? There was a recent one, which is a song called Wildflower by this band Gulp, and I painted that. It was kind of like acrylic on like acetate.
Is that the one with the leaves?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Which was really fun, actually. Like I only really had like a week to make it. Totally down my own like word. Planning. It came right after I finished steeping, because I kind of had the commission, and I was like, right, great, I'll get onto that as soon as I finish this, and just not having enough time. So the actual animation was like a week of quite intensive painting. But there's a lot of loops and things. A lot of
but even so,
came together in the edit.
There's a lot of assets in that one, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
that is seriously impressive.
Oh, thank you.
So was that like gathering the sort of scans of it was over that week, or was that compositing it all as well?
No, I basically just did it all under the camera. So I would, like paint a frame, wipe it off or whatever, or just kind of paint straight on top of it. And then, I shot it like in Dragon Frame. And then, God, I can't remember. I don't think I was like editing it as I went along really, but I did all the kind of editing and compositing like right at the end. And again, didn't really have like a plan of how it was all going to fit together. Apart from very loosely, and I just kind of started like populating the timeline and like trying to work out ways to make the assets kind of do different things, because it's like there's not like a huge amount of animation in terms of the duration. It's just a lot of looping. That was fun, actually. I think I really enjoy editing, and that's almost the most exciting bit, because before then you're just like really slogging it out, like let's make the animation, and it's stressful, you don't know how it's going to look, but then when you start actually putting on the timeline, that's when it's like coming to life, and it's the easy bit in a way, or at least
satisfying. Like, there it is, that was the thing I was trying to do.
Exactly. You're like, oh right, I did it. Honestly, sometimes you just don't know if it's going to work until right.
Have you ever had a moment where you're like, all done, and you put it in the thing, you're like, oh shit?
Probably. Maybe I've just blocked that out of my mind. Maybe like, I mean, I guess that's why doing tests and things are so important, right?
Yeah.
To try and avoid that. But
I feel like whenever I work on stuff like that, I kind of like I assume that is going to be the case, and then I then get round to then lining it up in a sequence and playing it back, and I'm like, oh no, I still got it.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
we always feel like we've lost it every time you start a drawing.
definitely. And then you surprise yourself, which is a good feeling. Yeah.
Oh, I can
it's
do
fine.
that still.
Completely. Yeah.
every
artist
artist.
yourself that sometimes as well, because like everyone's their own worst critic, aren't they? So it's really easy to be like, oh god, I'm rubbish. But then
Until you press play and you're oh no, it's
I'm
fine.
actually okay. Yeah. Usually there's some things where I'm like, oh god, didn't do the best job on that, but that's life, isn't it?
You just gotta be like, that was that.
Yeah, it can't all be your best work.
Yeah.
But no, I really like making music videos. I think especially how I've kind of, well, whenever I've done them, the way I've worked is like, again, quite loose, because someone will come to me with like a very limited budget, and I'm just like, okay, it's almost me thinking like, what would I like to try out, like with the painted one, for example. It's not really something I'd done much before, and it just kind of felt right for the song. So yeah, it's just like a fun excuse to kind of experiment a bit and maybe make something not super like linear or narrative focused. Yeah, good fun.
Yeah, no, nice. It's nice to have excuses just to experiment and try something. I mean, you were saying any uncovering a new medium is enough.
Yes.
We don't need excuses. We just make. But if there is someone else who wants something from it, even better.
Yeah.
I'm going to sort of loop back a little bit here. Because I saw a brief bit of another short film. I think it was just a very short film, Silvering.
Yes.
But I'm curious about that and Steeping and any of your works really. Is that where do you, or like how do you know if you found an idea that you want to do? Like how, like where, what sort of draws you towards not necessarily a medium, but like a story or a purpose or a topic? Like where does that come from for you?
Good question. I think, well, so that's, I've made two short films. Silvering was my graduation film from Edinburgh College of Art in 2021. And I think, well, also it was kind of like, it was the pandemic. I had to make this graduation film, so it kind of came about quite naturally, in terms of I knew what I wanted to like it to be about. I knew kind of thematically what I wanted to explore, and it's like a kind of it's about aging and anxiety and not feeling comfortable in your own skin, kind of, because I think that is just a lot of what I was feeling at the time. So it just kind of felt right. And then I think that was kind of having to confront your own fears, I suppose, and which I think is also what I did with Steeping, kind of. So I think that is maybe like thematically what I'm quite interested in doing, because like I said, I'm a very anxious person. There's a lot to unpack there, and that's quite an interesting thing to mine, like visually as well as like narratively. So I think that's where like the my motivation comes from, kind of. But I think, well, also that thing, just like having to make something, not for yourself necessarily, but to complete my degree or for this commission. I think I'm someone that's really driven by like deadlines, which isn't like very glamorous, but it's kind of the only way I get stuff done, or which I'm trying to work on. But so I think that thing of like, okay, you have to make something to fulfill this promise, is good, because there's a lot of things I've kind of started and then never finished because I just find it really hard to do it for myself. But yeah.
So that the perfect recipe is it's having a topic that you're like, I want to explore that in my own maybe uncomfortableness. Maybe that's where it comes from, because then it's something you want to explore and discuss, and also it possibly has some form of cyclic nature.
Yes,
get to play with a medium, and has a deadline.
That is the perfect concoction. Yeah, you're right. Again, like that silvering is also a kind of circular narrative. It kind of ends where it starts in a way. There's not like the real conclusion.
Not like an answer, is there?
No. And I think that's something that I'm like drawn to in a lot of things that I watch and read anyway. Like I'm not interested in providing answers. I just want to like interrogate the question.
Yeah, provocate people to discuss and things like that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's great.
I don't know if that's a question, but
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think it's really interesting for anyone listening, or even for me. It's just like it's so fascinating just to see ways of finding ideas, or like, because everyone has that time where they're just like, I don't know what I'm doing now. Even if they've got all the mediums in front of them and they're like, I feel so overwhelmed, but it's kind of like sort of shaving all that away and then being left with, but what is it? Where do I find inspiration from? Like what is it that actually draws me to make things, or draws me to make something that can be communicated or shared or projected for other people to explore as well. I love discussing that. I love exploring it, and then you are never out of ideas.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, kind of along those lines as well. Like, I think one of the best pieces of advice that I've ever had is just like from a friend, and he was like, kind of discussing his own work and being like, if you're not embarrassed by it, what's the point? And I thought, oh, that's actually really interesting. Like, for it to, be kind of impactful or like interesting, you do kind of have to like put yourself and your ideas on the line a bit, and to be vulnerable, you've got to like kind of confront these things about yourself. And it can be really icky and horrible, but I think it's like, the way to make interesting stuff.
Or grow as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's again, I think it's so important to find things that are worth your time to make as well, because it's like, I mean, then again, you said you made a music video in a week, but like outside of that,
no, exactly.
you got to commit to these things that, as animators, it takes ages.
It's true. Well, on the other hand, I did make that music video in around about a week, maybe 10 days. But I'm also, I'm still working on one that I've been on for like 2 years off and on, and hopefully finishing that this year, although we don't have much of the year left. So it's just juggling these things, and it's tricky.
You've got to wait for those quiet times. And then you're like, right.
Yes.
Okay, I've got nothing else I need to be doing. So there's that. Now it's time to crack out this project and get it done.
No, exactly. Yeah.
I'm exactly the same boat. What was it? I've got a second feature I'm working on, which is, I think we finished shooting it in 2021. So it's 4 years in, but it's like 40% live action, 60% animated. But it's in all the animation phase. And as well as that, we've got another short film, which is near the end, but I'm just been distracting myself with the wonderful success of The Dog in the Long Grass. So it's all been positive distraction, but I'm still kind of like, that's still there, isn't it?
It can really like hang over you, and again, I feel like kind of like paralyzed by just outstanding projects, and I just would love to, see the day where there's like nothing that I have to do and I can just make something nice.
Yeah, you go, now what? Yeah,
yeah,
nothing I have to do.
I know, I would love that feeling.
I mean, we kind of do with like the small distraction projects as well.
Yeah.
Like, because like you could choose whatever distraction you want, and you've chosen that one. So I suppose
This is true.
we do get those wonderful moments as well. Because I did notice that you've worked in Procreate Dreams
Yes.
a little bit. Have you had a chance to use Procreate Dreams too?
Oh, I haven't. Have I? I don't think so. I saw some stuff recently.
It came out last week.
An upgrade. Okay. Have you tried it out?
I have.
Oh, what do you think?
It's so good.
Oh, have they got a lasso tool?
Oh, yes, they do.
Oh my god, that might be life changing. That's the thing, because Procreate Dreams is not the one. Like it's fine, but wow, that's so exciting.
It's definitely worth checking out.
Tonight.
Yeah. Distraction enabled. New medium. Here we go.
That's so fun.
But I've been spending the last week just every day just playing around on it and seeing what we can do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot better. So if anyone out there has Procreate Dreams, or has already had Procreate Dreams, or hasn't got Procreate Dreams, it's worth checking out, because they've also brought the price down as well. This is not an ad, by the way, but I just think it's a great one to have a go with. Yeah, it was 20 quid. I think now it's £13. But really, really good fun. If you just want to like do some quick loops or play with some textured brushes, it is it's good. Highly recommend, since I know that you've used it before. Get it updated and back up your projects first, is what they say.
Okay, good to know. Oh, that's great. That's so exciting. Well, before Procreate Dreams came out, I did a lot of animation just in Procreate as well, which I kind of it's a great like tool, but obviously it wasn't really set up for animation, so it was just so kind of fiddly. But in some ways, I think it's still better than the first version of
mostly that lasso tool.
Yes.
What absence of.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
How could you release an animation software without a lasso tool? No, you just draw it again, but you do it right the next time. What?
Wow.
I know.
That's so exciting.
But, have fun with that.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah, what do you normally use in terms of with your illustration stuff, like with silvering? Like, I presume that was digital animation.
Digital animation, with some stop motion bits as well. But that was all done in Photoshop.
Wow,
which a lot of people
you could not tell.
Crazy, yeah. But,
it's very similar to like trying to animate in Procreate, actually, when I've done it before in Photoshop. Because it's all layers, isn't it? Just per layer.
No, that's
instead
true.
of in like an animation sequence folder.
Yeah.
Getting nerdy now for those animators listening.
Yeah, but no, you're right, actually. And just that kind of like bitmap drawing software. But it was kind of all I'd really used, so it just kind of made sense to me at the time. But yeah, since then, I've not used Photoshop for animation at all. I think it was just such a nightmare. Oh no, not a nightmare. Just the way I was doing it wasn't
right.
Proper or intuitive or anything. Because loads of people like make really cool stuff in there, like for 2D animation. But maybe I need to just kind of try my hand at that again. But no, since then I use like TV Paint quite a lot actually. Which is good. But I think it's tricky, isn't it? Like there's not actually that many options for that kind of style of like 2D animation anyway. But I don't know. I do just use a lot of Procreate as well.
It's convenient, isn't it? I suppose that's the big one.
No, exactly.
Yeah, because I do almost all of my stuff in Clip Studio Paint, because you can use it on anything. And so like I'd be like how I made the dog in the long grass. Every single drawing was done on a bus.
Oh, lovely! That's really nice. Actually,
just while I was there, I was just doing it all on that, and then as soon as that was done, I just sent it over to my laptop, exported all the elements, and then comped it. But it's just like being able to jump between things is just so convenient, and so I just sort of keep coming back to that one. But it's just sort of nice.
So did you kind of make it like on your commute or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
nice. It was it's always a 1.5 hour commute each way.
Okay.
And so I had 3 hours. I had 4 weeks. There you go. There's your deadline. I had 4 weeks from start to finish to get it done.
Oh, wow.
And from concept to done.
That's very good going.
It was intense.
Yeah.
It was a lot. But yeah, that was on the bus every day. I ended up saying, I kept saying to myself, 2 shots a day, 2 shots a day. And I basically ended up sounding like an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But instead, it was for those horrendous number of drawings and things like that. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it came out well. I was surprised. It was nice.
You should be proud. Yeah, it's really amazing.
So it's probably. Oh no, I want to ask one other question actually before we sort of go into our sort of like ending questions here, and it's just so people who were like sort of getting started in animation, like how did you get into it, and like what was your route, and how did you know that you were like, oh yeah, this is it, this is what I love?
Yeah, I think. Well, actually, I'm lucky that like. My parents are creative people as well, and so I kind of like had done like a wee bit of stop motion stuff with my dad as a kid, and kind of not really, thought about it until when I was in high school. Towards the end, I was doing this kind of like science project qualification thing, which was kind of about like science communication, and I ended up making a little animation using like paper to explain this concept. And I think then I was like, oh, there's something to this. I really like it. And yeah, well, I've always just loved like drawing and kind of storytelling, I guess, anyway. So it kind of felt like quite a natural thing to do. I think because I've been like thinking about like applying to go do physics at uni, and I'm really glad I didn't do that now.
No way! Yeah. I took physics.
Did you actually? Oh, wow. How was that?
Horrendous.
Oh, there you go. That's so funny. I had a real like epiphany maybe. Kind of when I was like 16, 17, I was like, oh wait, actually I think I'll be quite miserable if I do that. I need to find more of a like creative outlet. Not that kind of physics can totally be creative, but I think I don't know. It's tricky. Like when you're good at something in school, it's like I could do this in life, but then I think I would quickly realize like if I'd done that in higher education, it's like I'm no longer like one of the best.
Right.
Not that I do things in pursuit of like actually being the best at it, but there's something about animating and making like art, there's a lot more space to kind of be yourself and make interesting things,
it's not like defined. I see exactly what you're saying. Because there is definitely, at least when I was doing the physics degree, it was very clear, like, what is your percentage, what is your grade, what did you get? Exactly. It's all around that. But no, you're absolutely right. Like animation does give you that, like, I mean, to be honest with you, I have a big gripe with awards.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Me too.
I think it's super messed up. If I'm completely honest, I'm like, we don't need them. We shouldn't have them. I want film festivals not to have awards. I just want it to be, let's just screen stuff and be proud of it and meet some cool people.
Because it's pitting us against each other, and it's not productive or helpful really, until you win and it's like, that's nice. But but what is it? After that, I mean, because like I have won awards, but whenever I've won one, it's like been like just sort of okay, next one anyway. In a way as well, it kind of puts more pressure on you for like the next thing,
yes, you're absolutely right.
Which is kind of, I think that's maybe why I hadn't made much, like, or at least for myself, kind of following like my grad film, because that did quite well, like on the festival circuit, won a couple of awards as well. And yeah, you're just like, oh, God, what do I do now? Yeah, it's difficult second album thing.
That is so true. No,
that's a really good point. Yeah.
Well, I'm with you. I hate them. I think they need to stop doing awards.
Yes.
I think we should just make stuff because we want to make cool messages and
everyone's
explore ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not even that. No one's a winner. No one's a loser.
Yeah.
Everyone's just here to have a good time. That's what I want.
Yes.
That's the ideal festival.
Yeah.
But yeah, just sort of, yeah. I don't know where that came from just then, but I stand by it.
Yeah. God, I forgot what we were even talking about it, but yeah.
No, who knows? It was like getting started or something. Oh, that's right. It was against physics when it was what's the best grade? What are you aiming for?
It's really funny. You had that experience as well, but no, I ended up still kind of feeling like I wanted to do something slightly practical. So yeah, kind of ended up applying to do animation at uni. Did those 4 years. that's another story.
Oh my!
No,
I have to get you back for another.
Yeah,
another
podcast. Graduated. What I did then, I applied for the Screen Skills kind of program, which is the Animation Trainee Finder. Which is maybe in its like third year now, I think. But so I was like part of the first cohort of that, which was really great. It meant that I got the chance to work on a film with a studio. I was doing like FX, which is quite fun. And actually I think that really like improved my confidence in animating. Partly because I think I didn't have a great like kind of actual technical know-how, and then to be kind of part of the pipeline with like a kind of mentor telling me how to work was really, really helpful. But yeah, it's kind of how I got started, I guess. And then just like always testing out things, trying out new materials and things is what excites me. So as we've published.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Because I've recently I don't know where it's come from. Maybe it's just things that have popped up on my like Instagram feed here and there, but I'm suddenly obsessed with the idea of making puppets.
Yeah.
I'm just like I just want this.
Oh, you should. Yeah.
I've started. I'm somewhere in the pipeline, but I'm just brilliant. Like there's something about this that is very tangible and I like it.
Yeah.
So everything I've done up to this point is digital. So.
Okay. Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely have that real like urge to kind of get my hands dirty and things. So this is more exciting, perhaps, just from a making point of view, to me. But I've not made any puppets in a very long time. Yeah,
but you have. That's why it sounds.
Well, only for like little exercises at uni.
Great.
Which was like a mandatory thing that we had to do. Yeah. And I enjoyed it, definitely. But I think, I don't know, I never really stuck with it for whatever reason. But yeah, I think I would definitely like to try it out again.
This is where I'm like projecting this idea of make puppets, and then you're going to be like lying there and suddenly you're going to be like, I need to make a puppet. I need to make this now.
Yeah. Well,
another distraction.
Like, someone else is doing this cool thing. I want a bit of the pie.
I want to do that. I want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah. Because I also just got like a 2D printer for like the first time. I only usually use 3D printers, but I've now got a 2D one.
Oh, cool.
And so I've now been printing out my drawings.
Yeah.
And then when you sort of take photos of those drawings cut out in different places and you stitch it together and it just sort of cycles.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
The motion. I'm just like, oh no, I love this. Because it's just like, I don't know, it just, for my brain, it's just like a completely different way of doing it, even though it's basically the same of like just doing it digitally. But because it's like physically there, I was like, it was there.
Yeah.
It was real.
It was there.
And to me, this is all really new. Like to you, this is probably like, I've done this all the time with all my physical medium and then bringing it into motion. But to me, this is like new.
Sharing that love of like the tangible with people. Like, you're right. It's something so simple, but when you predominantly work digitally, which is what I mostly do for work as well. It's like so nice and refreshing just to get out of that space and touch something.
Yeah,
So
it's real.
it's so good. And I love my printer. It's the best thing ever. And I don't know about you where you live, but there's always printers on the street here. I've never bought a printer in my life, but
Do they work? That is
Yeah.
the question. They do.
right, so the printer that I have now, I found in the stairwell of a flat in Edinburgh I lived in, and then I live in London now. Brought that down here, but now we have
commuted.
I think three other printers in the flat that have come off the street. One's got like a nice flatbed scanner thing. It's great. We don't need three. It's ridiculous. If anyone wants a printer, hit me up. Yeah.
I love that. They each printer has that. We've named them. We brought them in off the street.
We're just offering sanctuary for the
Yeah, they got tags now. They got collars and leashes and whatever. Amazing. I absolutely love that. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. You know what makes so much sense? Like this route of you being like, I was good at physics in school, didn't choose to do it, and then worked in like an effects area of the animation industry.
No,
It's
completely.
like that is one for one, like a clear transition for me.
No, you're right, actually. I think maybe I'd kind of written about that, like in my application for that role, a bit. Like I don't know, like this, and there's something really nice about effects animation being quite like unsung in a way, and it's like it's there to kind of ground everything else.
Really, because whenever I talk about it with other people who are interested in animation in the slightest, they always go "whoa" at the effect stuff.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I think maybe because the stuff I was doing was quite naturalistic. It wasn't like
Right.
like
splash or a fire.
I was doing just I drew so many ripples. You would believe it. Lots of splashes, the odd little flame, lots of sand. And there's something really satisfying about getting the physics of that stuff right. Just to really like sell the reaction, and it's nice kind of like you are kind of playing second fiddle to like the characters in that animation, but it's just really fun.
It really grounds everything.
Exactly.
If you can just add a little bit in there, it's just enough for it to just make it just times is the quality by like at least 4.
I think so.
Yeah,
so fun.
But no, everyone always asks, like, oh, was there any like, do you find that physics was actually useful for animation? I'm like, yes, like, absolutely. Like without it, your thing just floats around all over the place. So that just made so much sense when you said that. I was like, oh, of course. Excellent.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Wow.
So you still got your physics in you.
Can
never get it out. We can't get it out. Get it out of me.
Get it out of me. I know.
I don't want it. Well, on that note, we're going to come around to our very final 3 questions that I'd like to ask everyone. And the first one is always the most difficult one, I'm afraid to say. So it is, if you could give a younger animator you any advice, what would it be?
That is hard. I don't know. I think just kind of trust that everything will work out. Not because like I'm wildly successful or anything like that, but I think just kind of like trusting that things will come along, and you can do it. But I think also just I don't know. I think it's something that I still need to do. So this is advice for myself as well. It's just like be less afraid of failure. Just like do the thing. If it's bad, that's fine. You'll learn something. Because I mean, like a lot of us, perfection is really, it just gets in the way of making stuff. That kind of striving for, that elusive thing, because it doesn't exist. But extremely.
I love it.
Yeah.
Make the thing.
Make the
Don't
thing.
overthink it. Make the thing.
Exactly, which is something I hear a lot of people say, but yeah, I'm yet to actually like adopt it into my own life.
Yeah. Just shaking yourself. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah, I love it. No, that's such an important thing. I feel like so many people do overthink.
Yeah.
But what if, or will it be as good as, or all of the above?
Completely.
Just try your best to shut it off and have a blast, have a play. I think again, this is like the thing that I've been trying to get better in myself as well, which is just like just be playful with everything.
Completely. Yeah.
Any more than that is trying to be any bigger than be playful.
Yeah.
It's
just enjoy it.
It's just silly. Yeah. No, I love it. And so my second question is, do you have any projects in the work or any releases that are coming soon that you can share with us?
Kind of. There's nothing that I can't share because I'm not.
No NDAs.
I'm not NDAs, which is nice. No, I kind of mentioned before, I've been doing this music video for far too long. That will, hopefully be wrapped up very soon, and then we'll.
And that was the one with the curtains, is that right?
No, I've not posted anything from it. But it is all like it's digitally animated, but quite like hand-drawn style. All just kind of line work, which I'm proud of it, but I think, it's just taken too long. So I've kind of lost sight of the goal and the project.
Yeah,
I think it will come together. So yeah, I'm really excited for that to be done.
Yes, more done than to work on.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm doing a bit of animations for stage, actually, which is really cool. Doing some animated backgrounds for a play that's in development, which will hopefully be touring a bit next year, which will just be around Scotland, I think. That's been really fun. So yeah, in the new year, I'm back doing some bits on that, which will be really nice. It's just nice working on a different, kind of format. Something that's not just meant to be seen on screen, but that people kind of interact with. Is really cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm enjoying that.
Oh, wicked.
And that's it. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. And the last question is the easiest one of them all,
Amazing.
Which is, where can people find you?
Hey, you can follow me on Instagram. It's just Eilidh_Nicoll. And then I have an old website which I need to update desperately. But the Instagram's a good place to find me. I tend to, I just like kind of experimenting. I love a loop. I love making loop.
Love a loop.
On there. Love a loop.
Love a loop.
But yeah, and then hopefully doing some more festivals and things in the coming year, which will be really lovely. Always good to meet people at those things. So yeah.
Oh, awesome. And of course, how is the milkshake?
Oh God, barely touched it.
Hopefully you had a taste.
Not the best. 8 out of 10 though. Like nice texture, good flavor.
Okay.
Not too sweet.
All right. Okay. I'll feed that back.
Thanks.
But just the combination was a bit strange with all three.
It's true.
What was it? Caramel, nut, and strawberry, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was something else in there, but I've forgotten now.
Oh, yeah. A pinch of basil.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh dear.
You wouldn't think it would work, but it's a good combo.
Oh, good. I'm feeling very awake with all my mint.
Yeah, of course.
I was going to say I would brush my teeth to get the flavour out, but I don't think it would help.
Hey, nice.
Oh, well, it's been absolutely wonderful chatting with you today, and I hope you've had a wonderful time at the ice cream parlour and the Animated Shake-Up.
Thanks so much for having me. It's been lovely.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.